Hi there, Anna K. Morris with a quick coaching video. I was reminded of this practice when my kids wouldn't nap today. So they are currently about to burn my friend's house down. We're traveling over the next few days. We're visiting some friends outside of Houston, and then we're going to Houston later today and seeing other friends. And all I wanted was to take a nap. All I wanted was for my kids to take a nap. By the way, they take a nap every day, 2 to 3 hours nap at the same time. Like, we don't have a big problem with that. But today there are way too many toys and way too much excitement at our friend's house, and these boys would not go down. And I got so mad because I wanted a nap, right? Like, I can usually survive if like the kids don't take a nap, no problem. But when I want a nap at the same time, I get pretty mad. And it was such a good practice. And this is what the coaching tip is. When I was that mad, I could not like stay mad like that. It was literally like, I felt like on the verge of a panic attack. Even talking about it, I can feel like my chest getting really tight. And this is the practice, is to start feeling how it feels in your body. Like, it was so tight in my chest. My arms were really rigid. I could feel it in my jaw. I noticed it in my neck. And this happened earlier this morning when Dean is cutting 3 teeth. He's 1.5. So he's just been like in a lot of pain. And I was giving him a bottle this morning and like having to essentially restrain him because he was just screaming bloody murder at the top of his lungs. But I also just knew that he was in so much pain and he just needed like me to hold him. Restrain sounded bad. I was not restraining him, but like I was holding him and giving him a bottle, and he was crying, and I could feel my body taking on the feelings of his body, right? Like, I was so rigid. And then finally, like, he finished the bottle, he relaxed, he went to sleep, and I just like stayed there and held him for a very long time. And I did this really cool practice that helped me later in the day when I was so mad that the boys wouldn't nap, is to start feeling what it feels like in your body to be that angry or frustrated or tense or whatever it is that you don't want to be. You have to get out of your mind about like the whole dialogue of like, and now the whole afternoon is going to be screwed because they're going to be monsters, and we're meeting a friend at a store and they're going to break something, I'll have to pay for it. And you know, like, you can really go down a rabbit hole, right? Especially for my parents watching. Like, you can easily go down a rabbit hole of what a nightmare this is going to be. And a healthier thing to do, and a thing that will serve you better, is to feel what it feels like in your body and just take your body apart piece by piece and see if you can bring breath and relaxation to that area. So for instance, when I was holding Dean and he finally fell asleep and relaxed in my arms, I just relaxed my arms. And then I took in a really deep breath, and I could feel that my breath wasn't very deep. So I could feel like my breath kind of stopped, like, you know, right here, and it like wouldn't go down into like my belly or down into my pelvis. I try to breathe like very deeply. And I was like, oh, my breath is really caught. So then like each breath, I would just try to have my breath go a little bit deeper, a little bit longer. I would let my exhale go a little bit longer. So each breath like just deepened, and I just like was able to slow myself down and essentially like lower my cortisol level and increase like the oxytocin. I think it's oxytocin, yeah. Because I'm like holding my sweet baby. And then I just remember like the moment when I was pregnant and I was on bed rest and thinking like, because I didn't love being pregnant. And I remember thinking like, one day you'll be on the other side of me and I'll be cuddling you and holding you, and I'll be so grateful that I did this. But right now in this pregnancy, I do not like it. So there so that I let myself have that moment of like, oh, here's my baby, he's on the other side. And like, I don't ever have to be pregnant again, which like makes me very happy. But also like, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but for those of you that don't like being pregnant, like, it's totally normal. So I loved parts of it, but I did not love all of it. And especially because I got put on bed rest and I had preeclampsia with Dean. So the last 3 months were pretty brutal. So that's my real memory, right? Is a little traumatic. So then like to be holding this like angel baby, and he's got this white blonde curly hair, like he's just the sweetest. And now he's like becoming a little boy because he's getting teeth and he loves eating. So he's like super excited about that. So I let myself like think about all of that. I packed a mango. He'd never had mango. And like, I was like so excited that, you know, he was going to get to have some mango. And it just like totally shifted everything. And so it didn't take a long time to like get me out of the kind of struggle that I'd been on, like giving a bottle. And then later, when I needed to get myself out of the anger that I was in with the kids not napping, I was able to do the same thing. I was able to get present. I was able to say, like, okay, how is this actually feeling in my body right now? What is this feeling like? Can I breathe a little deeper? Can I relax my jaw? Can I, you know, your jaw and your hips are very related. And also if you do like a buzzing noise, like a bee, that can also help to relax your jaw and also relax your hips. So even if you're just like going to stretch your hip a little bit, you can find that, you know, pay attention to your jaw as you're doing it. And maybe you just do a little, it's actually a hum. So do like a little hum, like that. That'll help to, all three of those areas are related. And that'll help to relax you as well. And so I find that when I get into like a mood or an emotion that I don't like, if I can get out of my head and get physically into my body, it's a game changer, right? So when the boys weren't napping, like our tendency, Derek and my tendency, is to like try to like make them take a nap. That doesn't work. Like people have free will, including our children. And so we were like, fuck it, these kids aren't gonna nap, let's just have a party. So we like brought them downstairs and got all the dinosaurs out at our friend's house and like just ended up having a great time. They're literally like playing with all the dinosaurs and our friend's daughter and like having the best time ever. And like, you know, maybe they'll nap in the car, maybe they won't. It might be a shit show later, I don't really know, but trying to make them do something, just like trying to make myself happy when I was really mad, like it's just about bringing awareness. So get in your body, feel how it feels, and notice if you can't, like, by getting in your body, then make a shift in the way that you're doing it. And that's how we like finally got to the place of, looks like we're just gonna need to embrace this and have fun. And like, we don't need to make this miserable for everybody, including our kids. They don't want to nap, they're too excited. So anyway, I hope this helps. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.